So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played out towards the right wing. That's been cut out, well played. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Oh, super! Eze! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Aims beyond the defence. There's no flag. Oh, what has happened? Mbappe! And he's quick to get it clear again. Great ball, and he's in here. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Kostic. Haaland. Throw in. Conte. Now it's Szoboszlai. Very nicely done. Looking to go deep. Big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, cross to the back post. And here's Mbappe. Nicely aimed pass. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Kostic. He's picked his way through. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's there to belt it away. Rodri. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That has been slung wide. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Van der Ven gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Dybala.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
There's the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That looks a cracking ball. Haaland. He's had a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Knocks it into space. Now, what about a counter-attack? Dink through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Eder Militao. Atalanta looking to pass their way through. He's in plenty of space here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Now it's Kostic. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo a visitare il negozio ufficiale dello stadio per acquistare i souvenir dell'incontro odierno.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Atalanta really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he's managed to get free. Cross into the box. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And he was quick to react. Tries to pass it through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And it's Reinders. Kostic. And here's Dybala. He's found a way through. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. McAllister. Threads one in. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Can he spark a counter here? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Atalanta are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 15, numero 8, numero 4, numero 13. Lasciano il campo per
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van der Ven cuts out the pass.
Il numero 41. Attenzione, un
Rice tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's a threatening ball. He's cut it out. Atalanta perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Played out to the right. Looking for the run. Oh, that shot at goal! Goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Atalanta grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Van der Ven kept his eye on it and he's there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Rodri. Nicely spread. Quadrado crosses it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chance! Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Numero 21.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Played into space. And he's gone searching crossfield. And he's quick to snatch it back. Turns back here, probably the best option. Atalanta must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having real chance!
Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He could be in here. Decent chance! Oh, that could cost them.
Alvarez really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Oh, good-looking ball. No, it's come to nothing.
Manchester United really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And this is Mohamed Salah. He's having a shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Four added minutes on the board. That's beautifully weighted. And it's Soboslai. And the shot! And with that, the final whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We have already started here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, easy pickings there. And the counter is on. Soboslai hangs one in. Big header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Alvarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Araujo is there, and he can get that clear. Crosses it in here.
Well played and well cleared.
Great vision. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely shaped ball. Dink through. And he's running through. And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Number 9, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Alvarez. And the finish! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. No way through. And it's Rice. Now it's Szoboszlai. Chance to deliver. Courtois deals with that, nice and simple. Oh, delightful ball. Mbappe! Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Szoboszlai is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Mbappe. It's played through for him. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. No way through, so back it comes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Szoboszlai. Oh, it's played into the area. And he's heaved it away. No, again, there's no way through. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe. Now it's Haaland. pinches it off him.
Foden.
Alvarez. Here's Rafael Leao. Picked out brilliantly. Now it's Rafael Leao. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Alvarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now here's the delivery.
Foden.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Atalanta are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Now that's well seen too. Great ball, and he's in here. That's tidy. Spread it left. Van der Ven. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Manchester United have reclaimed it. McAllister.
1 minute added time.
That's a good run he's making there. Atalanta are looking to break at pace. Alexander-Arnold. And we hit half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Atalanta really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he's in on goal. That's a good one. And a chance! He's scored! The second half off to a spectacular start. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Number 5, Alvarez.
Atalanta get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
McAllister. Atalanta come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
All Black breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That has been cut short. And it's Szoboszlai. Oh, good take in a good area. Played in with purpose. And he gets rid in a hurry. Szoboszlai. That has not gone well.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
306.
Atalanta perhaps contemplating their next change here. Rafael Leao. Oh, they can break here. Foden. For Szoboszlai. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance here to counter. Soboslai looking to penetrate opposition lines. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Great chance! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 11.
We have ourselves a real game
Number
here.
4.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd
Number
expect.
3.
Shoots! Goal! Atalanta! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Atalanta get themselves into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Looking for the run. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Well, a big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Yep, it's a corner. Atalanta have the chance to go the other way. Knocks it into space. And that's an excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Atalanta clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Good read, needed to be. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that is as far as they're going to go. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Van de Ven. He's through, now is he in? Mbappe! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And it's Tonali. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross needs to be... He rises! And yes, it's there! With so little time left, grandstand finish. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Manchester United give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Cleared away. And they're back on the ball again.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Tonali. 4 extra minutes added on.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
That's a shade optimistic. Aim forwards. Araujo. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Desperate defending required here. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And time is up. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Refrain from parking outside this
so there it is. What struck you most about that?
What a game. What a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage. It was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game, and you go for it.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
There's little doubt that Rui Costa will be conductor-in-chief in this lineup.
And you'd want to be conducted by him, wouldn't you?
Well, you would, because he's not the quickest and strongest, and yet his awareness and deft footwork make him the perfect link-up man. He is the creator-in-chief.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Yamal. Rui Costa. And Yamal. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's got tall. It's got in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come.
Oh, what has chance, surely! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. Bale. It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's Rui Costa. Good chance here! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Pass somewhat off target. Bale. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Now that decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Mitoma. And he's picked out the run. That is good alertness. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
North Carolina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. North Carolina are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, that's well seen too. Pull it. And this is Vieri. Shot a goal! He scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Haaland.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Bernardo Silva. Mitoma is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Now it's Haaland. Nice physical challenge. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Thuram. Pull it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bale. Foot in. Now it's Del Piero. He has a look up. And the finish! And he's done it! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, super find. It's Vieri! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And yes, it's him. And the first half is done.
Look, the standout moment of the first half was obviously the own goal, but the current scoreline more than makes up for it.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest performers today. Substitution.
And we're underway again. Mitoma. De Jong. Ibrahimovic. Oh, just skip. And he shoots! It's there! And the second half is off to a flyer. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked.
He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Played back into the centre. And here's Ibrahimovic. Bullet. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It's Rui Costa. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. Oh, truly brave defending.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
That has not gone well. And he's picked out the run. And a chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. Del Piero. Chance! Oh, crossbar! Very nicely done. Thuram. Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Yamal. And it's De Jong. Threads one in. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, smashing header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Ibrahimovic! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product.
Rui Costa! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Brazil really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Rui Costa, good take, and is he in?
Ibrahimovic, really...
De Jong with a definite foul there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's intervened well there. Mitoma. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Danger averted for now. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Nicely weighted ball. It's a pretty loose pass. It's just beyond his reach. Kunde. Rui Costa. Spread out to the left. It's a promising position. Oh, such a clever touch. There will be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Mitoma. Number 7, Gullit. Number 14, Eto. Number 10,
Back when it goes.
Del Piero.
Goes for a shot!
Coming on the field.
And it's hit the woodwork and out! out.
Number 11, Xabi Alonso. Number 4, Schneider. Number 9, Chiesa.
Yamal, and he's there to make the challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Rui Costa.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he was quick to react. Nicely spread. Now it's Yamal. Brahim Diaz has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. So what can they make of this? Xabi Alonso. That's been slipped through.
North Carolina can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And here's the chance to counter. This ended up in no man's land. De Jong. Aimed beyond the defence. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Nicely intercepted. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And that's out of reach. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Bale. That has been cut short. Vieri chasing after it. Chance here to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic...